Well, folks, it's been 7 long months, but we are back. It's the CFT College Football Tournament for CFT 27 for EA Sports College Football 27 live from BVG Studios. I am the other guy alongside my broadcast partner, the one and only Brownsville Gamer.
This is Ohio State versus Oklahoma. This is the game of the round, and we're kicking off the 27 CFT or just CFT 27. And we're very happy to be back. I'm delighted to be back as we announce another year's worth of college football action. We're looking at two stellar teams, one coming back from a championship run, although it fell a little short, and another team that is excited to just be in the tournament for the first time. We're talking about the Oklahoma Sooners playing at home against the number one ranked team in college football. It looks like right now, Oklahoma's going to run it down, not to the 20, it's going to make it down to the 18. And let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Now, this is their second appearance ever in the CFT, although this is the first time that we're seeing Oklahoma here in the modern era. The last time we saw them was in CFT 13. And right now, number 24 tries to go in, but only gets a couple of yards going into the right.
Well, like you said, Ohio State, they're coming off a championship run from last year's CFT. They made it all the way to the semifinals, only falling short to Fresno State. But they're looking to bounce back as they're the number one team in the country, and they're trying to...
We're talking about Ohio State?
Yeah, Ohio State, yes. And we're trying to get back to the promised land. As you can see here, what do you think, Ohio State? Do you think they're a different team than they were from the championship from last year?
Well, we could talk a little bit about Ohio State in a few. I do want to focus a little bit on James Smith right now, the defensive tackle number 3, right now as he gets his first sack of the day, getting the quarterback very quickly. That was Mateer, number 10 from Oklahoma. Speaking about Oklahoma, and we'll get back to Ohio State in a moment. Just a brief history of Oklahoma right now. They're the 9th ranked team.
Oh, wait, they got a little something going.
And you can see why they're ranked 9th as they get that first down by the quarterback, number 10, John Mateer, which is, not so surprising. He has an 89 speed, so he knows how to go for it if he needs to on the ground. Speaking of the ground, they try to go in up the middle for about 4 yards. And for Oklahoma, one last thing about them, they're only one of 4 teams representing the SEC that is participating in the FTC this year.
Quarterback scrambles. He's going to get out, and he's going to get maybe about 5 or 6 yards.
It's about actually 4, so it puts them the 3rd and 2 at the 44, 3rd and manageable. And when you look at Ohio State, we know that Ohio State is coming from a championship run.
Oh, and that's going to go nowhere.
And it shows why they were very dominant last year. They're able to not only hold them down, but force them to take a loss of 2. That puts them the 4th and 4. They're kicking it from the 42.
Yeah, the punting unit is coming out. Oklahoma goes 3 and out for their first drive. What do you think about Ohio State's defense so far?
Well, Ohio's defense definitely shows why they are who they are. If you look specifically at the free safety, Terry Moore, that's number 11. That's a key player that I want you to pay attention to. But right now, we're about to see the offense. Justin Sayin is on the field right now. Justin Sayin, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the tournament. He's going to try to throw the screen, but it didn't work. So now it's 2nd and 10.
Yes, the quarterback and the receiver was now on the same page. Luckily, he got the ball off in time, but no gain.
Now, look, we mentioned before about Ohio State. And Ohio State is going to try to take it in for 5 yards. That's 3rd and 5 off the run. Ohio State, national semifinalists last year in the CFT. They defeated Oregon State, SMU, Western Kentucky, and UConn, Clemson, and Ole Miss in the national quarterfinals. But like you said...
Get stalled. Did he get it? No.
Does not get it. So that's going to be 4th and 5. And like you said, they lost to Fresno State in the semifinal Cotton Bowl, 35-21.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't surprise. It was one of the biggest upsets in that tournament last year because everyone had Ohio State as the heavy favorite, and they came up short. But I think they're going to, try to prove to everyone that, hey, last year was a fluke, and they're going to prove that they are who they are, and they're the number one team in the country.
Classic David and Goliath matchup. But right now, it's not a David and Goliath matchup here. You have 2 stellar teams, both in the top 10, competing in this tournament. I mean, if we look at Ohio State, can you imagine Ohio State back in the Final Four this year?
Yes, I honestly think so. I think, like I said, they were dominant last year in the tournament. I think, like I said, they just overlooked their opponent and they came up short. And I think they're going to prove to everyone again why not only they deserve to be in the tournament, but to get back to the Final Four.
Man in motion as the quarterback gives it to
Nowhere.
the halfback and goes nowhere. And that's going to be 3rd and long.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 12 with 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
At the 38-yard line, he's going to have to throw it. Goes for
nowhere.
A check pass, which made no sense, which was a loss of 3.
They've been going backwards this entire drive, and now it's 4th and 15. They got no choice but to punt.
A missed opportunity for Oklahoma. It's going to give Ohio the ball back as we go into the second quarter, but let's see how much they can gain. We'll stick them at the 22.
Well, that you should just took a touchback.
And with that, that's the end of the first quarter. No score. It's 0-0 as we go into the second quarter.
Do you think, oh my goodness, look at this.
I mean, it's pretty much abysmal by Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma didn't really do much, and it's really a stalemate competition. It's just a question of, can someone make some traction happen? We're going to find out right now from Ohio State as the Buckeyes have the ball. Sayin throws it out.
Nothing.
Doesn't get it, and that's going to be 2nd and 10, stuck at the 22.
What do you think so far? I mean, both teams are kind of like a stalemate. No one's really getting the upper edge so far. I mean, yes, it's only the first half, but usually these two powerhouse teams, somebody's got to make a drive.
Well, let's see if Justin Sayin can make it happen.
And nothing again.
Doesn't connect on that pass. And again, it's going to be 3rd and 10 at the 22. The stadium is on fire, but can they do something with it? Up the middle.
No, drop it
Doesn't
again.
get it. And that's going to be 4th and 10. That's 3 and out. And they're going to bring in the special teams.
I mean, this is like another time that Ohio State, their quarterback, Justin is doing what he got to do, but the quarterback, I mean, the
wide receivers, they got to connect.
Yeah, you got to catch, like you said, like you always say, you got to catch the ball. Catch the ball.
And again, you're playing under pressure. I know you're playing on the road, but you need to take advantage of it early so you're not trying to catch up later in the game. Speaking of catch up, the Buckeyes were able to catch up to that wide receiver, and that was a gain of 4.
2nd and 6, quarterback drops back, and he's going to get
in the
sacked.
Pocket, and he gets sacked, and that is sack number 1.
That's going to be a loss to 6. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
Mateer shooken up by that, and now at the 41, they're going to have to make something happen. Now let's look at Kenyatta Jackson Jr., the left edge. I mean, this guy is just laser directed to Mateen, and
Yes.
Mateen had nothing to show
Couldn't
for
do
it.
anything.
Couldn't do anything about it.
The pocket collapsed, and he had nowhere to go. It's 3rd and 12.
Very important play in the drive.
And they're going to go for
He's
it.
going to hold
Nowhere.
on to it, but he just ran into number 55. And so all of that is going to get kicked back to the Buckeyes. And let's see what they will do. It looks like it's going to be a touchback at the 20. And so right now, they get a new fresh set of downs on a brand new series. And for the Buckeyes, Sayin has been throwing well, but hasn't been connecting. Short pass.
And
it looks like that's going to be a gain of 5 by number 84.
What do you think about Sayin not taking any chances, just doing screen passes and dump offs?
He's trying to figure out how Oklahoma is playing aggressively. And to be honest, if you look at where on the right side, how many opportunities he could have gone if he wanted to throw it a bit deeper, he at least had a slot receiver available.
Right.
So there's a lot of missed opportunities here. I can't count that as a misread. Speaking of a misread, that was just a gain of 1, Sayin trying his best there. And now an important play on this drive.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 4 on their 26-yard line. They got to do something here. I mean, we're getting close to the 2-minute warning.
And no real action. Sayin throws it up the middle.
And he drops again.
And doesn't connect.
This is going to be the 6th time that his receiver has dropped this passes. What is going on with these receivers?
Right now, it's a back and forth. It's the defense that's really telling the story in the first half. And now the Sooners have the ball, and they're going to get it at the 25. And right now for Mateer, hasn't been generating much in the air. He's going to try to give it to the halfback, make the movement, gains about 5. And so right now at the 2 minutes, with 2 left to go in the first half, gets it over to number 6, but get clogs up big time with that sack.
And he goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe a few yards. It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 at the 28.
And he
moves up. Boom.
Does he get there first?
Will get the first.
He just passed the
Harris was able to connect on that. And now with a new fresh set of downs, with less than 2 minutes to go, Mateer scanning the field up the middle, gets it. And that's going to be a gain of 8 by number 89.
2nd and 2 with 1:32 left to go in the first half. They have all 3 of their timeouts. So
I mean, they're moving down the field as well. Mateer looking very confident in the pocket, gets it up the middle.
Does get another first.
And again, generating a 10 yards. Right now, he's working the left side of the field, waiting from the snap, scans to the left, gets it to the wide receiver. And Mateer, generating some good momentum, now moves it up to the 30. 4 first downs so far in the game, the 4th, with 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in the half.
I believe they called timeout, so the time have stopped.
They did call a timeout. And let's look at Sataniga, the 3rd, the wide receiver. And right there with a 20-yard gain, number 1 saw something right there. Could have been really helpful if there were more support for a block, but hey, he managed to get 20 yards off of it.
All right, time is going 58 seconds.
Off the screen, number 3 doesn't gain anything. Now the clock is ticking less than 45 seconds. We're reaching close to the 30-second mark. Waiting for the snap. Number 3 gets it to the halfback. Number 6 curls to the left and doesn't get much. And now the timeout is called again by the Sooners. 1 more left with 3rd and 13 at the 34.
28 seconds left to go.
Waiting for the snap. Mateer stepping back, scans up the middle.
Gets it.
And it connects for a first down. They'll take the final timeout.
With 23 seconds left.
18 away for 6.
And he gets
the ball out at least.
Got drilled.
Could have been far worse if he was still with the ball. Mateer waiting for the snap, steps back. And look at that rush. Throws the ball out. Blitz was coming right at him.
He was smart enough to get rid of it just in time, because that would have been a hell of a loss.
Second lane, he would have been taking up grass. 3rd and 10. Very important play in the pass. Here comes the pass. And that's a connection for a touchdown, Sooners.
Oklahoma strikes Bloods first if they score right before the end of the first half.
Sooners make history with their first touchdown in the modern era. First touchdown of the CFT 27 from the wide receiver.
And now let's line up for the extra point.
A well-deserved kick
and
up the middle.
It's good
for the extra point.
That is good. The Sooners are on the board. What did you think about that long drive for the last minute and a half?
I mean, that drive was well-deserved by Oklahoma. They gathered a rhythm. Mateer was maturing as he was seeing the plays develop more, confident in the pocket. I mean, there were some moments of these screen passes that I were kind of like, well, what were you trying to gain?
Maybe why were they running?
Explode the field.
But they get out of bounds.
I mean, maybe they saw an opening and they didn't want to trust the wide receivers. Jackson, number 25, talking to the wall with 3 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Final opportunity for staying.
He throws
up the middle. Will there be a connection?
Oh, but there's a flag.
There is a flag. I think it was by Johnson.
And let's see who's it on.
And it looks like it's going to be
it's against.
On pass interference against Johnson. And that will end the half. And right now it is the Sooners up against the number 1 team in the game in the tournament, and they have the lead 7-0.
Pretty defensive battle so far, but Oklahoma was able to strike Blood first. But it's a very low-scoring game that I'm surprised that it is.
I mean, look, if you're trying to figure out what's really going on in this game, I just think that both of these quarterbacks, both Saying and Mateen, are underperforming in terms of getting connections. And now you can say, hey, the wide receivers need to catch. I get that. But you got to orchestrate your team better so that way you're seeing better opportunities. You shouldn't just be one, primary receiver that you're looking out for. And if everyone else is, not available, then you're shit out of luck, right? There got to be more opportunities for both Sayin and Mateer to try to get a man in.
I see what you're saying. So we're getting ready for the second half. Of Ohio State will receive the ball and they get the ball.
Look at that spin by number 19. He's going to make it to the 25.
So let's see how Julian and the team can get something going here. Right. I mean, it's still anybody's game. So, let's see what happens.
Gets to the halfback, goes up the middle, and that's going to be for about 9.
Just about yard shy first of the first down.
And right now, the stadium is excited as they're trying to make the Buckeyes work to tie the game. Right now, he curls to the left and gets it to number 86. He's moving down the field, up the middle. Williams.
44-yard catch.
A great connection by Williams. A big play for the Buckeyes.
And I think they're already in the red zone with that pass. So
look at what Julian Saying did right there.
And this is what I mean. When you give the quarterback enough time to get the ball down the field, you get things like this.
And what's interesting, too, is that the pacing from Saying, he didn't feel the rush. He felt that he had enough confidence to get it down the middle. And someone was right there, number 86.
And nowhere. That's going to be a loss.
That's going to be a loss of 3, shrinking the momentum they just had off of that first down. And now we're down to 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
2nd and 13.
Gets to the halfback. The halfback up the middle. He could go. And he's going to make it to the 5.
What a run. And they right in the red zone.
Bo Jackson is going to make it up right there, up the middle. Let's see it again. No one was home. Luckily, you had a safety right there to stop him.
And they're in the red zone, 1st and goal.
With 5 yards to the promised land to tie up this game. Fakes it up the middle for a Buckeyes touchdown.
And we are back even. It's going to be all tied up after this extra point. How do you feel like Ohio State right back in the game?
This is the Ohio State that I know. This is the type of Ohio State that can win games. You know, a question of Ohio State, can they make it back to a Final Four? I feel so. But is this the type of playing that you see from Ohio State that can be a national championship caliber team?
Well, like I said, the game is still early. No one has broken out yet, as the extra point is good.
I mean, I don't think that this is going to be a sling.
No. It's so far. I mean, the first half. The first half has been very defensive heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, teams are starting to figure things out now as we get to the later half of the game. So we're right back even again. So it's back to playing field, back to even playing field.
And right now, the Sooners have the ball at the 16. They got a lot of work to do to go up the field to get something off the screen.
Get it first.
Manages to get a lot more. Has to be at least 20 yards, a bit more by number 11. Excellent run.
Was able to get the first and add on an extra 10.
Sometimes the screenplay works very well when the man-to-man is working. And right there, the corner could not take him. And that right there was a missed opportunity.
That was a nasty juke. His ankle's got to be somewhere down in Oklahoma.
Well, I hope he brings it back because he has to get back on the field, number 1.
And they go nowhere.
To get something, only gains about 1. And Mateer finally crossing the triple digits for the day at 100 with 1 touchdown.
I mean, that's kind of not good, but hey, the game is tied.
All things considered, with a team like Ohio State, I think this is a well-disciplined quarterback. Hasn't seen a pick yet. He's going to hold on to it, but doesn't go anywhere. In fact, loses 2.
Can't be that disciplined if you're not paying attention to the defender.
Well, he's only 1 player, and now it's 3rd and long with 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd. Look, you got to give some slack to Mateer. He hasn't been playing a terrible game, hasn't thrown a pick. I mean, sure, ran into the defender, but at the end of the day, you're playing Ohio State, so this is not a cupcake team to underestimate.
No, you still got to pay attention.
At the 44, right now, Mateer goes up the pocket, and he's going to shave off about a couple of yards. Definitely not a loss. Probably the smart move since he had the ball.
That's true. It's better than taking a sack, so they're going to kick
or forcing a fumble, and then they're going to get the ball back anyway, but you don't want that on your stat sheet. Right now, it's going to be at the 19 for the Buckeyes. And right here could be a great opportunity for them to take the lead. This could be the first time in the match. But right now, it goes to Mr. Bo Jackson now at 7 rushes for 50 yards.
No relations to the Bo Jackson, but
interestingly enough, they're playing in the SEC. Oh, you're facing an SEC opponent, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The SEC.
And Sam dumps it off and only gets a few, 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd and manageable. I think for the Buckeyes, they can probably, if they really want to play aggressive and go for it on 4th, they do. But they don't have to think about it because number 4, up the middle near the 50-yard line.
They get to midfield. 10 seconds left to go. I don't know if they're going to get in the playoff.
They don't necessarily need to rush it. Let the clock run down and call it a quarter. and look at it again by number 4, 23, way too far to catch up. And after 3 quarters, we still have an even game. It's 7-7.
As we look at the pretty better stats than we saw going into the first half than the second half.
I mean, Oklahoma is capitalizing on opportunities to turn it around on third down. I mean, if you're able to convert at 50% on third down conversions, you're trying to keep the drive alive.
And they get another one.
And that's going to be a first down for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes are moving with a sense of urgency as they should. You know, they're well past midfield. Saying, I don't know what the hell is he looking at. I mean, he caught the ball. Look,
Let's see it again. Number 33 easily gets the ball, and then the defender at the last second collides. Now with 4:37, they're going to have to see what they can do to get down 4-6 and take the lead. Passes it off to number 25, and that's an easy first down as he goes up the middle.
And now they're in the red zone with 4:24 left to go. Left to go in the game. They're in the red zone.
At the 19, Stan passes it to the wide receiver to the right, and that's going to be 4-7 yards. It's now 2nd and 3.
3:43 left to go. Time is going.
At the red zone. Gets it to number 25.
And he's going to, no, is he going to be
short? It's now 3rd and inches at the 9.
I'm surprised they didn't give it to him, but
the stadium at Kyle Field is going wild.
And they get the
as he goes up the middle, gains about 1 and more from Bo Jackson once again.
Well, Bo knew and knows what to do. And now they're in first to go. They're in striking distance.
Well, he better know that if he tries to do that a few more times, he can go in for 6. That's probably the strategy for saying.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see what they're going to do with the playbook.
Man in motion. Gets it back to Bo. Up the middle and just 2 yards short for the 6.
They're getting closer and closer. They feel it.
Goal line stance, gentlemen. This is the time to stop them. They've worked so hard, you can try to shut them down here, force them to go for 3, but you know that the Buckeyes are aiming for 6.
Let's see, man in
confident
motion.
in Bo. That's the primary.
Let's see.
Gets it to Jackson.
And
the middle, and that's another Buckeyes touchdown. They take the lead.
They have taken a lead with less than 2:15 left to go in the game.
I'll tell you right now, if the Buckeyes win today, it's going to be because of Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
2nd rushing touchdown for the game today by number 25.
Well, Bo knew what to do. He knows when to score.
Very manageable. I mean, like, this is what's allowing Stan to not feel so overwhelmed. When you have a wide receiver that's able to chip off 7 yards here, 9 yards there, it makes it manageable for Stan to work down the field.
That's true. Also, when you have a running back that is tough, that can get those hard to get yards, it takes, like you said, takes the pressure off the quarterback.
Now let's see if the Sooners can respond. They have about little to 2 minutes as they go down with the screen. That's 5 yards.
This is not the time to be throwing screen passes.
Working the clock down. We're now past the 2-minute warning. This is going to be the first play in the 2-minute drill for number 10. Mateer steps back, gets the first down, and now Batiste,
smart for the receiver to reach for the pylon, and he did.
Just enough to get those chains to move down. So now they get a new fresh set of downs.
They don't need to use any timeouts. They have plenty of time to get down the field.
Just be methodical in terms of gaining smart yards.
And also try to get some stuff out of bounds so you can conserve those timeouts.
Of course. In fact, that's one way. And there we go. First down. Instead, no, 2nd and inches by Harris.
But it still stops the clock, and he doesn't have
very good mood by the Sooners. But they're going to have to do a little bit more. They have to figure out a way to at least get 7 in under 2 minutes. They can't go for a field goal. They got to go for the touchdown to make it a possibility for overtime.
Let's see what they're going to do here. Mateer
screens into number 89. Doesn't get much.
He tries to reach for it, but he doesn't go anywhere.
No production. 3rd and inches. Possibly a 4th down situation if they can't get it. Mateer is going to take it because he can move. And he gets the first down. That's one thing about Mateer. He is fast.
And they do use one of their first of 3 timeouts.
He is fast.
Yes, 1:13 left to go. They are pretty much at midfield. They got to do something here.
Trying to keep the hope alive at the 45.
Another dump off.
Doesn't get much, but 4. So now it's 2nd and 6 at the 49.
Do they use the timeout here?
No, just go for it, but they need to get a deep pass.
Mateer steps
Here's
back.
The opportunity. Stays in the pocket, scans
and
off the right. But instead, it's the other way. It's Ohio State that gets the pick.
And
number 8 gets the pick and puts the dagger in the heart of Oklahoma. They were looking great up until that point.
And Mateer made a mistake. I don't know why he forced that.
Fatal mistake.
Why did he force that throw?
McClain, the strong safety.
Let's look at this.
Look at the spy. Look at the spy.
He forced that.
Was just right. Was like, nope, you're doing too much.
And they look like they probably.
And with 41 seconds, take the knee.
No, they're gonna run the ball.
Keep on going. The clock will run, but the timeout is used.
I think they're going to use a knee here. Yep, that's it.
The knee is going to be placed, and the game is over. Ohio State will win their first game of the CFT 27, 14-7.
In the Oklahoma just, fought it valiantly, but they made one too many mistakes, and that mistake cost them the game.
Called it. Bo Jackson is the player of the game with 81 rush yards for 1 touchdown, 13 carries. Amazing production by the Buckeyes. They strike blood first as they move with a 1-0 record.
What a game. What a defensive battle. What a game. And I'm glad to call this game with you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting started. I mean, if you think things are going to be like this, you ain't seen nothing yet.
As always, if you like what you saw, always comment, like what you see so we stay in your algorithm. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're just getting started.
All right, guys. Until then, we'll see you next time from BBG Sports. I am the other guy alongside Brownsville Gamer.
We'll see you next time as we continue the opening round of the CFT 27.
See ya.